are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Let's get your weekend started on Fridays with your one and only new host, Denise. Bringing you amped, raw, and fun energy to entertain as you end your week to welcome your weekend. Denise will bring new friends, celebrities, entrepreneurs, topic experts, musicians, foodies, local events, news, and much more to educate, celebrate, motivate, relax, and relate. As she says, let's make your mess your message. So let's get this party started. Here's Denise.
Calm, collected, needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. Inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s, these artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit gubbarum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Hi everyone, Denise here, your Power Up Radio TV show. I am so excited about this evening's show that I actually had to control myself laughing. Already met our guest here and we were just going at it, but I want to let you know that tonight's show is going to be super special. I know that it's Easter, Good Friday. And we are going to be also having some discussion around that, but some really good laughs. As you know, the goal of my show is to go ahead to make sure that I close your week out into a high energy and roll you into the weekend to give you some good energy and have some fun and things that we're going to talk about today and have some good laughs. I also have with me Joe Rubo. You should know who that is by now.
Hey.
Joe has been coming on and talking with us and has been really a great asset to being a co-host with me. And Joe, thanks so much for jumping in.
Love
Show
coming.
is right up your alley.
Love being here.
Yes, I know you do. So once again, Joe, tell everyone who you are and what you do.
My name is Joe Rubo. I'm an actor, known for a famous 80s movie called Last American Virgin. A lot of you are probably too young, but a lot of people do know who it is. And I was a creator of a television show called VIP TV.
And you know what? That's coming back to life, and I think you're also having
October.
In October, you're having VIP come back, or is it going to be the reunion?
The reunion's coming up this summer.
Okay.
Also got a celebrity boxing match coming up June 11th.
You're going to be in it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The night before my birthday, he's going to be
yes.
in the boxing match. So we'll have to talk more about that.
Yes.
Absolutely. But really, the most important part of what's going on today. So, today is Good Friday, and for many of us, it is a day of quiet. And but I know that I had a little bit of a challenge saying to myself, should I go on tonight, not go on tonight? But I'm thinking, you know what? At the end of the day, it's all good stuff. We will make a lot of happiness out of this because you know what? Sunday is a great day. So with that said, I'm going to bring on our guest for today. You may have seen who that is. So I have on here two individuals who are the dynamic duo of people who they've been making laugh for years. They're also a unique brand of the comedic, growing up Italian comedy. I mean, it's just hysterical. What you don't know about me, we're going to get in there in a minute. But it is hilarious, and it is Italian-American comedians that both of you are going to really just give us some really fun stuff to talk about tonight. We have some videos about what you've been working on, what you're doing, and how you do it. But the most important thing is that for me, I want to talk a little bit about each of you individually. Who's who and a little bit of your backstory, how you met, because we want our audience to always walk away with a vision of who you guys are. And so that when you come down here, and I'm going to make sure that we get you on the right venue so we can get you packed and people can hear your story, your show, your everything, because all I know is that on the way up here, I was dying, laughing, hysterical, crying from hearing all the shows that you've done. So with that said, I have here live today with me the Uncle Louie. You know what? I'm going to have you guys tell the story. So we have the Uncle Louie Variety Comedian Show. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, the Uncle Louie Variety Show, yeah. Actually, starting out, this was it was crazy because we just started doing little videos for our family and friends before we went out to go to the bar,
Right.
and it was just a little 5 minutes, and that's how it exploded. People are like, "Oh, you're my Uncle Vinny. Oh, you're my Uncle Paul. Oh, you're my." Really? Okay, we'll just keep doing it, and that's how it exploded.
To go back to your first question, we'll introduce ourselves.
Yes.
I'm Carlo Russo.
And I'm Lou Greco.
And we're
the Uncle Lou show.
We're always,
to
we're
ask-
always like on stage.
Who is Uncle Louie and Pasqualino? Because those are your pseudo names as you are performing on your comedy shows. Who's who?
I am
wants to
Uncle
start?
Louie. He is Pasqualino.
Right.
Uncle Louie is a mixture of my father, about 90% my dad, and 10% my crazy uncles and my nonno.
Pasqualino's pretty much the same way. Pasqualino, when he first started, he was very like Jerry Lewis, kind of animated, not real. But he's kind of dwarfed into my father.
Dwarfed
into my father.
Virtually, he's morphed into your father. Is that what you're saying?
He's morphed into Pasqualino has turned into my father. Yes. So I wanted to make him more real because we do have a storyline to our to the variety show. Where, for instance, Pasqualino and Uncle Louie, they're brothers, and then the two ladies that are in the videos that we play, Tia Rosa is the sister, and Tia Maria, which Louie plays, is married to Pasqualino. So it's a whole family kind of affair.
What a lot of people don't know about the stage show is not only we have Uncle Louie Pasqualino, we have the characters, the sketches, but we do a fair amount. We do stand-up. We got two different stand-up acts, me and him. Then we go into the sketches. We do songs. We put 2 hours on stage, and it's constantly moving fast. So we wanted to make like a Carol Burnett or Dean Martin show again.
Love the
where you
names.
have a mixture
Yes.
of everything,
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the stage show, it's a different animal.
Well, we're
So,
going to go ahead and show a small clip of the both of you in action. And again, it is just something that I want to make sure that our crowd, our audience that is listening and viewing. So for listeners, obviously you can't see what's happening, but I have to share with you, these are two, a dynamic duo of comedic act around the Italian life. And they are going on and stand up, talk about how the different scenarios in an Italian family can actually go down and the drama that happens with it. So I just want to let you know, for the both of you, I was married to an Italian for 30 years. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes, for 30 years. So I was very well indoctrinated into the lifestyle of understanding what it's like to sit down at the dinner table on Sundays and, someone getting hit on the right side of the table and somehow on the other side of the table someone got smacked. It was just like a Sopranos experience. But 30 years of
We're always
doing this.
getting hit.
My mother-in-law, may she rest in peace, she was very, very interesting. She taught me everything I needed to know to make sure I cooked the same way that she did. And in fact, it wound up being I was the only one that she would trust cooking and washing the lettuce. I don't get that. But it was like I was the only one that could wash the lettuce right. That's what she
You
said.
did good. Wow, she trusted
I
you.
did.
That's
I
nice.
ranked up high.
I gotta ask.
You have to ask.
The two people that were about to show, these are them, right?
Yeah.
These are them. Yeah.
These are some very
only us.
strange looking women.
These strange-looking women happen to be strange.
we
Look at
see
these
we're pretty.
these are the Zias, which
I
means
gotta.
in Italian.
I'm being nice. Strange is a nice word.
It's true.
I'm sure you're beautiful.
That's true what they say about Italian. No, these aren't dimples. These are dents.
I have to say that having been married to someone that it was in the Italian household was very, very interesting. I learned a lot in the process, and I got very well assimilated into the lifestyle of being married to an Italian. And there was not a Sunday that I didn't walk home, I shouldn't say that, drove home with a lot of stories, whether it was gossip or hilarious comedy. And, who got hit, who didn't. It was just one of those kind of shows. But I think
Every
you can get
Sunday.
that. Every Sunday.
Yep.
So Joe cooks every Sunday.
Yep.
You do. Right.
Good for
You guys
you.
cook on Sunday?
You
Who
get the
cooks on
family
Sunday?
over there?
Huh?
I don't know.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll put the sauce up in the meatballs and stuff, but
We
not
cook.
every Sunday. My mother's still around, so.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
There's
the
one
question-
thing about mom's cooking. It's like, pasta con broccoli, which is pasta and broccoli. You know, it's like a signature dish, you know, that my mother makes
With
and
cappatelli.
my aunts makes with the cappatelli or the boutais or whatever. And then she makes them, and when you taste them, all of the flavors infused in one, and it's just, you know, so great. When I make it, you taste everything separate.
Yeah, but you know what? You said it really good. You know why? Because you try to
blend.
go healthy. You try to go healthy. He doesn't put the oil. They don't
No,
measure.
but I do. But even if I do, I did. I tried. It's the same thing. It's like, okay, that's
They never measure. They don't have to measure anything. They know the perfect salt. They know the perfect
by hand.
ingredients. Exactly. They're like trying to do this and that. It's
this is it. I call my mother. I'm like, how much? Just a pinch. A pinch of what? Like one, like a two.
Pinch this.
Like, no, just grab it. Grab it with 2 fingers, and then she's getting upset, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
then you just order a pizza. Just order a pizza and let it go.
So I got to ask the both of you. Of course, you know, I always go over a backstory. And Joe, I'm going to start with you. Well, actually, let me start with the both of you. How did you both meet?
Okay, so we met in ninth grade in high school. We were 14, 15 years old. We met in Italian class.
Italian class.
You know, we wanted to take a class that we didn't have to really do anything in. We're both bilingual, so
It's another study hall.
Yeah, it was easy. So we got together. We would write jokes, and then the teacher would separate us, and we would find ourselves back writing jokes
Always
in the back.
writing sketches and
Yep.
jokes.
Then come back to my house. We would record them. We would put them on tape recorder back then.
In ninth
And,
grade, you were doing this?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
We were on like a cable access show. We
That's
used to
further
do-
along, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit later on, we started doing video. Imagine cutting VHS tapes. Yeah,
Oh,
that
my
was a
goodness.
great editing. So we were doing that, and then we had to submit it. And every week we would be called, I think, Syracuse City is what.
Something like that. Yeah, we Syracuse City or
I
big city
remember
or
now.
something like
So
that.
ancient.
But it was. We've been doing it since we've met. We both have obviously the similar sense of humor, and we're Italian, and our parents knew each other, and so we kind of just. Well, we didn't do Italian humor. We actually wrote nothing Italian.
At
It was
that
just
time.
regular comedy. Yeah, it was nothing Italian. Actually, 10 years ago was probably the first time we kind of dabbled into the Italian comedy with Uncle Louie.
Yeah.
So it's been about over 10 years now that the character has been around. But before that, we just did regular comedy, mainstream comedy, as they would say.
We've only been touring
4 years, 3.5.
almost 4 years now. That's it. Our first show was in Sydney, Australia, which is weird.
For this
Yeah,
year?
We had a
Imagine.
Or 10 years ago?
first show 3.5 years ago. Somebody called us from Sydney, Australia, and they said, we want to bring you over here.
Yeah.
And we're like, we have 10-minute sketches. They're like, no, you come over. So we wrote a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
We were so nervous, like, okay, we know what to do.
Would they get
Let's
it?
sit
Yeah.
down. We're so nervous about it. We wrote a 3-hour show in 2 hours, and we had to cut it down.
Yeah.
So it was so much. It was like, all right, we'll do this next year, you know. So that's what we do.
So we had a show in Sydney and then Melbourne. 2 sold out shows.
Melbourne, Sydney, or Melbourne, Florida?
Melbourne,
No,
Australia.
Sydney, Australia.
Just making
Australia.
sure.
then we did Canada.
Then we did
We
Canada.
went to Canada, and then we did the States.
So the United States was the third country we
So
played
you did it
in.
backwards.
We did it backwards.
That was good. Whatever.
So
You
you're
didn't know any
located.
different.
You're all located in Syracuse.
Yes,
So technically, you're kind of like
Syracuse.
Canadian.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
we're-
so
yeah,
you were
nothing
all
here.
born and
Don't come
raised
here.
there.
No.
Yes. We were born and raised here. And
No, I was born in Italy.
he was born in Italy. I was born here.
Ah, okay. So I'm going to actually put this out there. Anyone that wants to actually ask a question of our dynamic duo
Yeah.
of comedians here today, you would dial into 888-565-1470, and you can actually ask a question of myself or who we have as a guest art here today between Joe, and we have also Carl. So please make sure if you want, ask a question because we've got a whole
I have a
lineup
question
going on
for
tonight.
Carl.
What's that?
Can I ask Joe a question?
Sure.
Anyone? Yes, go ahead.
What's VIP TV?
It's a lifestyle television show here in South Florida. It airs on CW. Well, aired the last time we aired was 2018. So we've been in a little hiatus. We're coming back this fall. It's nice, like a nice variety show.
We're gonna actually get you involved
Yo,
in a
you're
lot
good.
of different stuff.
We're gonna get you guys on there.
Yes, we definitely
The
will.
variety show.
We're ready. We're
Yep.
ready.
We're ready. So
We're
I
actually
want.
moving. Go ahead.
What? Okay, you're actually moving. Finish.
No, we're actually, that's what, we're talking about moving into the next, next level of, right now, it's great to be over, well, I think we're over COVID because I don't think anybody cares anymore.
No.
I think everybody's
Yeah, we're
we
exhausted
don't care.
over it.
Florida doesn't care. They never care.
You're right. You're talking to Florida right now. We're like the least that's most involved in COVID.
Yeah.
So, it's nice to see now everybody coming back out to enjoy the shows. We did a Boston show last month, I think it was a month and a half ago.
Yeah, about a month there.
Was our kind of our first show back. I was 2.5 weeks out of hip surgery, and I used crutches and a and a walker. I couldn't wait to get back on stage. They're like, "You're nuts." I'm like, "I don't care. Let's go. Let's go." It was one of the best shows we did.
Oh, we had a ball.
We were just ready to get out and laugh and have a blast. So it was so much fun. Then we just did Philadelphia show. We had a lot of love down in Philadelphia. It's so great to see everybody getting back out and having fun again.
I can imagine.
So-
I can imagine you guys live. You guys have me in tears just watching the videos.
On that
laughing.
note, we're actually going to
Yeah.
see if we can play a video
Yeah.
so people can get a taste of what exactly to expect from this. Microwave. Let's do that one. The microwave. Yes, let's do that one because I got a question about that.
The microwave. Okay. I don't even know
What about
the
Fat-
Italian word of the day.
What about Fatunu sandwich?
Yes.
I'm so hungry. I said, okay, come on over. I'm gonna make a nice lasagna. I'm gonna make a nice everything. He said, no worry. I'm just gonna take these things I got and put it in the microwave. Oh! What's the matter? You microwave? Look what you do to your end. Why you gotta do the microwave? I like it recipe. I'm making it right now.
Awesome.
Oh,
That's
my God.
ridiculous. We're
So I
we're
love the fact
laughing
that
over
you
now.
guys take a word and make it what it is said in the household of a traditional Italian family that has broken English, let's just call it, and turn it into now something that is actually a comedic piece. And I've watched a number of other ones. I think some of my favorite, the microwave one was really funny. But I have a question for you. The one video you've done on YouTube, okay, because I've seen all the ones that you posted for, by the way, anyone that wants to watch the show on YouTube, where should they go?
The Uncle Louie Variety Show.
Make it
on
real easy.
YouTube. We made it easy everywhere. Uncle Louie, just search Uncle Louie Variety Show.
It'll pop up.
We will pop up everywhere.
Okay.
You can Google Uncle Louie. We should pop up there. You can go to the UncleLouieVarietyShow.com. You'll see everything on the UncleLouieVarietyShow.com. And you'll be able to click on the Facebook and our YouTube right on from there.
Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yes.
And tickets.
So I was actually seeing which video of yours received the most attention on YouTube. I think I know which one it is, but I'm going to let you tell me.
On YouTube, we had a couple of things. We had one where Uncle Louie it was a while ago. Uncle Louie was just screaming, fed up with everything. I was mad. I was angry. And it blew up. I swear it was I think it was 3 days to almost 700,000, like within like 2 days. It was crazy. And then, on Facebook, it's
craziest
normally
one.
where our hub is. That's where we started it all on
Right.
Facebook.
Right.
So YouTube was kind of like a secondary. It's very early on YouTube for us right now.
Yeah.
But the Italian chicken dance,
Without a doubt.
is the number one video we have.
If you haven't seen it, please, all the characters are in it. The dancing in it, it's hilarious. We do it live sometimes. It's just that video. We put it out there, and it was going 100,000 every
Yeah, when we were on Facebook, it's now like 5-6 million,
Yeah.
7 million views.
But it was just every minute. It was like updating 10,000, 10,000.
Yeah, and other groups that we're attached with kind of created their own video from that,
Which that became our. Yeah.
which we couldn't really control at that
Right.
point. But we didn't. They're friends of ours. Everybody, we talked to them, and they got like 1 million, 2 million views on theirs, and the other one got 1 million.
So
views.
altogether, it's probably like 10 million.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
That-
playing
that's just
chicken
amazing.
dance.
Wow.
10 million views on the chicken dance. But I have to say,
But we-
my favorite is Amafangul.
Which one is that one?
The
Oh,
song.
the song.
The song.
Oh, we love that. We
That to
love
me,
it.
I mean,
And the
I
video.
remember that all day long in the house. And just people talking
It's-
about it, I do have that video because I wanted to show it, but I really wanted to touch upon how viral your particular videos have gone. And I have to share, before we went on the show, I'm going to say it live right now, that I had several people call me from Boston, New York, New Jersey that said, oh my gosh, you're going to have these guys on your show. And I'm like, yeah, we are. And it's a big deal. So do you realize personally what you've done and the impact you're having?
Not really.
It hits you certain times because we've been doing this so long, but it really hits you when someone inboxes us or tells us live, I've been through the worst part of my life, either with disease or a loss of a spouse or a child, and you guys have put me through this hard time. That's when it really sits us down, humbles us, and goes, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is something that we're doing. And not only for us, because we love doing this. We were doing this for free with no one watching. So when you hear stories like that,
Yeah.
you honestly, you're doing something where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be doing
It's
this.
very humbling, when people our fans are the greatest people in the world.
Absolutely.
When we go to our shows, they are ready.
Food.
They're ready. We have food. But the thing is it's more like they know we're giving them everything we got on stage.
And we do.
But it's very humbling to understand and know that, we're in Detroit. For instance, there was almost 600 people. It was a sold out show. Okay. We drove in and I got tears in my eyes because we're looking at, he turns to me and goes, do you understand that 600 people dressed up and got ready to come out to see us tonight? And I was crying. I was like a 5-year-old girl. It was.
Well, I have to say, I totally can understand what you're saying, because this show is not only about sharing a story, but it is about the impact that whatever it is that you're doing at whatever level. I mean, if you're in celebrity, comedic, or athlete, artists, musicians, there is a part of what you're doing that is actually impacting others out there, and you feed off of that. You grow from that, and that gives you the humbling experience you're talking about, which I received too. Would you agree with that, Joe?
Yes, without a doubt. My grandma has been gone now a while, and some of my aunts been gone. And when I watch you guys, it just brings back memories. Like like my mom's the one. My mom's the one with the cleaner.
Oh,
Yeah.
The spray
That's the
cleaner.
thing that
is that a mopping? Do you call it a mopping? You know what the mopping is?
Yeah.
We celebrate growing up Italian. All the funny things,
Right.
all the things that make us laugh as kids and all the way through, we celebrate that. We have that in the beginning. There was some people are like, oh, you guys are making fun of people. No, if you haven't seen our show, we celebrate who they are. Those people came over here, gave us a much better life than what they had, and we celebrate who they are.
Right.
I would never go on
The
anything else.
The nice thing about our show is, like you said, a lot of the older generation has gone. The Zias, the Nonas, the Nonus.
Yep.
And it's so nice for us to kind of, in our way, kind of bring them back for
Exactly.
2 hours, or on a video where people write all the time to us, go, oh my God, Uncle Louis is this, or Pasqualino's that, or Tia Rose is my mom, or Tia Maria is my aunt. So it brings us back to those times where maybe our kids, my 50-year-old, his 50-year-old, they're in it, but there's a lot of kids that are not involved like we used to be with our aunts, uncles, the immigration families, all that. So hopefully we're bringing that a little bit back. People are remembering it, passing it down to their kids now. and now kids are coming to our shows. We're getting younger and younger
Yeah.
great.
crowds to our shows.
Finally, right?
Yeah.
The
Finally,
numbers-
you got to
the one
keep
thing
the
is-
culture going. You have to keep the culture
Absolutely.
going.
And we tweak it a little bit too. We tweak our show because when we go into Canada, we speak Italian a lot more because everybody in
Speaks
Canada
Is Italian.
speaks Italian.
Yeah.
So you actually go ahead
Everybody.
and have a show that is actually in the Italian language.
No, it's more. We speak more of the Italian.
We get away
language.
with a lot more
So
words.
our show is the same, but maybe a little bit more Italian involved because they get the joke and the punchline when it's in Italian. Over here, we did our first year. We did one joke. We went out in the first half. This is how fast me and him work, okay? Because it's a lot of improv on stage too.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have everything, kind of. It's not even written. We just
all-
perform it in our heads, and we're like, okay, let's do it. But there's a lot of tangents that we go on. I trust him, he trusts me to go around, and there's improv. You won't know.
No,
Yes.
You won't know
you
it all.
think it's written. Yeah. Or not.
But we do that. So first half, we said a joke in Italian that killed
Yeah.
in Australia. In Australia, they speak
Oh, yeah.
fluent too.
Everybody
Really?
speaks
It killed
Okay.
in Australia, killed in Canada. We come here and we had some chuckles and
It was more like awkward.
and we're like, first half ends because we do two halves in our show. First half ends. No more Italian.
We're done with that one.
No more
Yeah.
Italian punchline.
Scratch.
Yeah, we keep it to the Italian swear words. Everybody gets those.
Easy.
But in Canada, we can free for all a little
You
bit.
can start. So we break it down. We break it down to get into our differences that we do. I come from more of. I immigrated here in 1972 from Italy, Sicily, and my parents never spoke English. They never learned how to speak English. So my
Even till
viewpoint
today?
is coming
And even
till today. They got worse, actually. They got worse. They now speak French. I have no idea how that happened. It's just what? No. So my point of view is my comedy or my stand-up comes from the child that had to grow up, bringing the parents to the doctors and translating and writing checks and doing all that. So that's where my
Which is
Group A. I used to always say there's Group A and Group B. There's people that have parents that don't speak English, and there's Group B, which Luke can get into, is the broken English.
all broken English. My dad
That's
was
my family,
all.
yeah.
See, my mother spoke perfect English. She went to school here, even though she was born in Italy. But my father was all broken English for 40-something years. That's all I heard. Wait, get inside. Don't get lost. Don't bother me. Hey, can I have $10? Don't bother me, esquimada. Wait, I grew up all the time.
So we have that differences. He's got the broken English. I've got the kid that grew up, have to do everything, and I see things a certain way. So it kind of works. You get a little bit of everything because there's still people in the audience that grew up his way, and there's still older people or people my age that grew up my way. So it kind of blends and
Great mix.
it's a nice mix.
So what you're doing is you're actually crossing generation of lines. That's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I love.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. We had a debate here several weeks ago, and I'm going to ask this question:
Oh,
Is it
again with
gravy
this.
or is it sauce?
You gotta stop.
Yeah.
Again with this.
I can't take that. It's just like we're looking like, oh God, if these, it's on every stream we have.
Yeah.
Every
Oh, is
stream
it?
we have.
Well, you
It's
didn't answer
just
the question.
Like gravy to us
Say it. Is not
is brown.
is brown.
It's on turkey. Now, sauce is where we grew up,
That's us.
but in New York City, gravy is, I believe, is meat sauce.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Correct?
That is correct.
See,
That's what
sauce
Joe has confirmed that.
That's my explanation.
Yes. If you put the meat in there and you brew it, yeah.
Usugo di pomodoro is sauce.
Right.
Usugo di pomodoro, that's sauce. Now, when you're talking about a ragu,
I can't believe we're
that's with meat.
I know.
sauce
It always
is
comes
ragu.
up here.
Gravy is for Thanksgiving.
He's still going.
Period.
All right. Now that being said, and we lost half of our audience,
We need gravy. You know?
I don't care what they call
I don't
it. I'm
care.
eating it.
I mean, it's same here. Same here, Lou.
If it's good, licking it. Are you kidding
I'll
me?
call it gravy if I can eat. I'm good.
It
I don't
doesn't
care.
matter.
We really don't care. We really, it's like Louis said. There's different areas. They call it, New York City call it gravy.
We're
Some-
Canadian.
We're
so-
Canadian. Yeah.
That's
I don't know what we
okay.
call it.
Well, you know what?
This is spirituous anyways.
We call it snow. Red snow.
Oh, snow or snit? Which one is it?
Oh no.
Snow or
Either way.
snit? Keep it clean. I know. But I have to actually.
I don't want
commend-
to.
There you go. I have to really commend the both of you. You've crossed so much in the sense that there's been in much history in this country that there's been a rivalry between so many different cultures, and it's really great that now we can actually have comedic conversations about our cultures. So I'm actually Hispanic. Nobody would really know that, but I was
Latina.
married to an Italian for 30 years. And, the crossing of our similarities are all there. It's about family. And, I speak Spanglish, but I can also speak a little bit of Italian English. So, we all crossbreed, but I think it's very important to commend you guys for doing that and crossing over to making not fun of, but I think bring comedic love to
Absolutely. Yeah. There's always love behind it.
We want to bring the Italian joy of growing up into the mainstream.
It's all right.
That's exactly what it
There's
is.
a lot of guys doing that, but the thing is we've lived it. We bring it to the table. We put it on stage, and we share it. And the best thing about our show, and I'm not just saying this because I've actually asked people. We've run and asked people. We have African American viewers. We have Latino viewers. We have Irish. We have Portuguese.
Asian.
We have Canadian. We have Asian. We have
French.
French Canadian. We did a show.
This is funny.
We have fans all over the place because they know they're like the core is the same in every culture. There's old school and new school.
OG.
And this old school, it relates to every culture. Every
Yeah.
culture has an old school.
Exactly.
We were in Timmins, Canada. Timmins. North of Timmins, there's a moose
Yeah.
and a couple of trees.
This is how bad Timmins. This is how far Timmins is. When we went to the border, they said, "Where are you guys going?" We said Timmins. They said, "Where's that?" They're Canadian. They didn't even know.
Yeah.
We're like, "You're
So-
supposed to know this."
We went there, and on the drive, the 4-hour drive, it looked like, I swear it looked like The Shining. It was just like,
we had.
this is us in the back seat. Where the hell are we going? 4 hours.
Moose.
Yeah.
Moose.
So we get there. We say, how many Italians in the crowd?
Oh, Lord. 2.
10, like
10,
27.
okay.
What do we count? 25,
It was
30.
It was not a lot.
So 10% of the crowd was Italian. Everybody else was French Canadian.
Canadian.
So we're like, we're doing it. This is how,
We put it. We took it another
yeah,
level.
we got done, and we're like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Thank you. We're the Uncle Louie Standing
Standing-
ovation. We're like, oh my God, this was awesome.
French Canadian standing up.
You
Awesome.
bought them some new
So-
information. They're sitting there with one moose
Well-
and probably one TV and one phone, so you came in at a great time.
Yeah, I mean, there's some guy juggling cantaloupes. You either watch them or watch us. I don't know. That was what was on that night.
But yeah, we do. That's what we want. We want to create something that not only Italians are watching, everybody can enjoy. Because everybody, like you said, everybody has that aunt, the uncle, the way we grew up with family, being in
Every
each other's
character.
homes. Every character you can put in a different ethnicity and find yourself in there. And that's what we want to do.
It's true because when I'm watching, I just see so many different characters from my family mixed in all of them, and it's,
Yeah.
I love you guys. I'm not going to stop
We're
saying
having
it.
a ball. Let me
Thank
tell you,
you.
we're
Thank
having.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
we're getting something out of this as well. We're having fun doing it. Meeting all these great people that have now met each other through the show are now good friends. Are now calling each other because of the show. They met each other through the show.
Wow, that's
and
great.
So it's such a community that we built, and we're so proud of it. Yeah.
So the question I have that just came in is this what you guys do full time? By the way, you guys, that's a New Jersey, New York thing. I hope you're okay with that English.
Guys,
You guys. So is this what
Yes.
you do full time?
Now it is. Yep.
Yeah, it was scary.
You have to
For
quit your
a
job.
couple of years. I quit a job that I have done. I sold fitness equipment for 25 years.
Wow.
And at the time, it was just like packed house. And I said, Tony goes, our manager, Tony. Talks like this. Roy, I'm going to have 80 shows for you next year. And I'm going, 80 shows? I got a full-time job. I got 80 shows.
Something's got to give.
We're going to take this chance now. So my boss, he knew right away because he used to watch it. Like I saw the crowd.
He was waiting
He's
for
like,
it.
he goes, I understand. He goes, and you have an open door whenever you want to come back. So I was appreciative.
It's a chance you take in this business. You have
Is
to
that the
take
same
that
for
chance.
you? Were you working yourself on something else?
I was a stay-at-home dad. I was lucky enough where my wife has a very good job, and I was working retail and sales, and then I got into banking myself, and we got to a point where I could stay at home and raise my kids. And when they got older, that's when this whole thing took off. So I was really doing like a part-time job, and just kind of put everything into this. And after I got back from Australia, I kind of quit my part. My boss looks at me and goes, you make more money on one show than you do the whole year here. What are you doing?
We were it's a little different animal. When we finally got through that first year, then all of a sudden COVID hit, and it was like,
that hurt.
Like right
everybody.
now it's climbing back. But it was a scary time the last 5 months to figure out, okay, am I going back into the workforce or double up, double down, take my chances and do this. I'm glad I pushed forward to do this because, I love doing this. I love doing the videos. Carlo and I when we're doing the videos, you'll see some bloopers at the
I
end
saw
of the
that.
videos.
That was excellent. That was awesome.
Some videos, if you can't get through it, it's ridiculous.
Just
it's
start
like,
laughing while they're
I
doing
know.
it.
So one of the things
Make
that
each other laugh. That's
we often say on the show, and I've had others that are, again, artists, celebrities, and so on, musicians. And one of the things that I've noticed is that I always ask the question I'm going to ask the both of you. Do you feel like you're working? When you're working,
Yes.
putting your shows.
No,
I know what you mean.
Let me, when we're on stage, we're just having a blast. If you ever go out with us after, for drinks and stuff, and people go out with us, they're like, these guys are the same
we don't stop.
people. I mean, we're the same people.
Yeah.
We just love to have that atmosphere of laughter and fun.
It doesn't seem like work, but it is work. We do 2 hours. We're doing it's very mental. When we get off stage, it's like there's this drain.
I
drained.
understand.
We have this thing come over us like it was a great show. We had all the energy in the world on stage, but it just drains you a little bit.
Yeah, there's
And then what happens though is you have the meet and greets, and it kind of gets you that second wind.
back up again.
And you're right back up, and then all of a sudden you want a beer, and people say, "Hey, let's go to the,"
Because now the energy of the people comes at you, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're," and that just.
So we have this joke. The best part of the night is at like 2:00 in the morning when we're back in the hotel room in bed because we're just like so spent.
I understand.
Because we're driving pretty much that day. So we're getting up early in the morning driving. Lou does 100% of the driving pretty much, 99%. Then we get there and we have sound check. So we have instruments and sound and music and this and that. So it's not a regular sound check. So by the time we're on stage, we've already put in like 17 hours. And then we do our 2 hours. So it's fun. We laugh at it. Oh, my best part of the night, sleeping.
And there's another side to it, the editing, the stuff like that. That's painstaking, but it's fun too, because I can edit and sometimes
And then you laugh.
There's things, there's videos that we have. You might see a little bit of extra things in the background. This is what we do. I cut what we need, and then I go, let's just dance and do something stupid for
Be
like
silly.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's try to figure it out. Do whatever we want to do whatever. And I end up always cutting pieces of that.
That
and
always
it's
finds itself.
perfect for the video.
The Zia's dancing.
What I didn't send you was one parody, because we do a lot of parodies, and it's called, I don't know if I sent it to you, it's called Parmesan.
Oh, I did see that.
It's
Yes.
Van Halen's, it's a parody of Van Halen's Panama. And
so funny.
I couldn't stop laughing when I was
So funny.
when I was editing this.
You know,
I was just laughing, calling him every 5 minutes. He goes, "Are you done?" "No, I got 2 minutes."
It's
I'm dying."
hilarious.
I actually find myself laughing at a lot of things that I do. And one thing that's very, I think, being in a place that we are, like behind the mic or doing what we're doing, is that we have to have that place of levity to laugh at ourselves. And that's a gift.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't have that
All
gift
We're-
all the
yeah,
time,
we're
I think
idiots.
it brings a lot of health and joy to your overall look of life. And a lot of people lose that factor. And I think that they gain that from us by hearing that. I mean, I laugh at myself. I got my arm stuck behind the couch the other day. Who does that? I'm like, I
We do.
got my arm
We-
stuck behind.
yeah.
You've done that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The damn plug. I
We-
couldn't get behind her.
Oh, my own.
We get beat up.
You have no idea the things that
He
happen
walks
to
into
us
things
behind the scenes.
Things fall onto me. They just hit my
Things
head.
fall on him. I slam the brake. There could be some weird thing in the back of my truck.
It'll find me.
Fly up and smash him in the head.
Bam! I'm concussed like
I
7
got
times.
crushed in the elevator one time. It was just not.
He walks
good.
into like buildings.
Plants.
I mean, they're like right in front of him.
You know
Those
what?
jokers don't
I totally understand that. I mean, I again, the gift of laughing at yourself is critical, which also plays into your storyline and what you're doing comedic. And that is a healing gift right there. And I can't encourage people enough to understand that you have to laugh at yourself, because that gives you more energy, more youthfulness, and a story to share to make someone else laugh.
Yeah.
So
Don't take
again,
yourself so serious
Oh my
in this
gosh,
life. Don't
I
take
know.
yourself serious. Life
I-
is so.
I find-
It goes like this, you
I
know.
want to see these guys live so bad.
we got to see you guys live.
Yeah.
I have to say
Let
that,
me
you know,
tell.
Fantastic.
I actually have said this to someone else, to a millennial the other day. I'm like, they're like, you don't take anything serious. I'm like, actually, I don't, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it of, you know, stepping up and getting into the minutia of all the anxiety and the
Right.
drama. And these kids are taking it as if, you know, we're just being aloof or we're not caring. But in the meantime,
Right.
I'm picking my battles. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's not that important. Let's go on to something else
Right.
that makes more sense.
I think the older we get, the older I get, you kind of get rid of a lot of the stuff that we used to care about.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
So
I was
Yeah,
just
we're our
talking about that
podcast. We do a
today.
podcast where we just don't care. We do a podcast called Hold the Sarcasm, and on that podcast, we're a little more raw.
I have to.
But-
I have to go on there because
Yeah.
I'm holding back too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you'll love
There's
it.
a segment called "I Don't Give a Shish
Beep, beep,
Kebab,"
beep, beep, beep.
you know, and then it's just about things that come up in the news, like why. And then he does this thing called Carlos Crazies, where normally it's somebody out of Florida.
Generally, Florida comes up with a.
We are
Yeah.
special. We are very
Generous.
special here.
Love it. Which we love. We love Florida.
But
I'll probably be moving there.
here's the thing about
You should.
Florida.
I don't know why you're not. I mean, why would you live in New York when you can live here?
Oh, we're planning on it. Don't worry about it. We got a plan.
We go on the outskirts. Naples, beautiful. Orlando, go all the way in the outskirts, everything. Then we drove through the middle
Oof.
of Florida. How do you get a permit to put an extension on a camper? I don't know. Just me.
You silly.
I'm
Okay.
looking at this thing going, what is happening?
They had an addition to their car.
Slanted
They had, an,
windows like this.
they had a cardboard box and then they did an extension to it. What?
I don't understand.
You know, we
That
love
was Freddie's
Florida.
trailer you were just making fun of.
Freddie, you're living pretty good in Florida,
Probably got a
brother.
really nice.
You're living pretty
That's the
good.
one I saw. This one was like from some movie in 1972.
Trust me, we have a trailer, and I would live in our trailer 100 times more.
It's
What
a
we
trailer
saw.
that belongs in Deliverance, I'm sure.
Yes. He's got a pretty mouth.
Absolutely.
To your
Oh.
point, there are certain parts of Florida that I would not recommend you kind of drive through, but honestly,
okay.
we would love to have you in Florida, and I think it'd be a great deal of fun to be able to just have you here and host you guys. I mean, again, I've often said this to other people. Why would you live in any other state? I think Florida is one of the most beautiful places to live.
I'm with you.
Beautiful. I love Naples. I love
Naples,
Naples. I
of
love Boca. I don't know. Every place we go, I'm like, I really love
Where's
it.
the biggest
I just
concentration of
eat.
Italians in Florida?
There's a lot. There's a lot in Boca.
I think I actually did a
Hollywood.
questionnaire. We had the Centennial
Holly-
Feast that was here.
Hollywood. There's a lot. Hollandale.
I want to say Naples, though.
Naples seems like
yeah,
there's a
lot.
lot.
Probably-
That's right. You looked it up. It was Naples.
I'm not actually
Yeah,
no.
that's
It
right.
was
That's probably the
it was
Italians
Nor-
look up. Where you want to go? Florida. I go to Napoli. It's a
I go to
Napoli.
Napoli.
I like over there.
I like
we
a
go to
Napoli.
Napoli, Florida. I think that's where we're going to go.
Napoli.
But actually, I think
Trust me,
actually
it's
it's
beautiful.
Jacksonville, Florida that
Was it?
has had the most concentration of
serious?
Italian. I am. I don't get it.
My family's in Jacksonville. They're trying to get us there.
you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I drive right
They're
through
trying to get us in
Jacksonville. I wouldn't
Jacksonville.
stop for a
I just-
second.
told you
That's
that.
too far away from us. You got to come closer.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, we're going down to Boca. area,
Boca,
so
there
we'll
we
be
go.
talking. We're definitely talking.
Yeah.
So,
Well, my
Well,
wife
I
takes me
know-
out. I'll be going everywhere.
we've already got Port St. Lucie on sale, so we're going to be in Port St. Lucie.
Oh, we'll come to that one. That's not far.
When is that? Tell me about your power
Yeah.
plays that are coming up.
Okay.
Right now, the biggest things we got right now, we're going to Long Island and Governors, May 7th, and then we got the biggest weekend that we've ever had. May 20th, May 21st, we're in West Nyack at Levity Live, 4 shows with Mike Marino. And then May 22nd, we're at Gotham in New York City, Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Just went on sale yesterday. Literally yesterday.
The
So
legendary Gotham Comedy
Yeah.
Club. We're playing there, and we're so psyched.
we're excited. You know, it's like, finally.
For
Then,
those that are listening, how could they go and get tickets?
They can go to the UncleLouisVarietyShow.com. Our website has everything. Very simple. As soon as you hit the website, it says buy tickets. Just scroll down,
Tour.
pick the one you want.
We
We're
gotta
called
go to Port St.
it's
Lucie,
the
so.
Hard Comedy Tour. It's the Hard Comedy Tour this year. It's an adult comedy show
Don't bring your kids if you don't want them to hear something.
that is sponsored by MyEDMeds.com.
Say that
My
again?
ED Meds. Whoa. Did I hear that right? My ED. Did you hear that, Joe? MyEDMeds.com.
MyEDMeds.com. They're our main sponsor and members only. Discount code.
That Louis jacket. Gotta get it.
20% off members only discount.
I love that jacket, man.
It's the members only. Everything that we have is members only. And
You're going back in time. Back in time.
Where's that jacket?
Members only. Chances are you'll get 20%
All right, wait.
off.
Do you remember the Capizios?
oh yeah, the ones
white
that we're up
shoes.
here.
The white shoes.
The shoes, the Capizios.
Oh,
yeah.
You're
Italian
talking to
shoes.
You thinking Cavaricci's?
Cavaricci's. I'm sorry.
Cavaricci's.
Yeah.
My father had the brown Socoli,
Oh yeah. You got it.
or the clogs, or whatever the heck they are. And then he had, you had the members only jacket, and when
Yes!
you went out, when you
Button
went out
all
to
the
the
button all
weddings,
the way up with the cap on. Yeah.
oh yeah. And when you went out to the weddings, you wore the Sergio Valente jacket.
That's right. That's right.
Upscale events.
Remember the bull?
Yes,
Sergio
of course.
Valente.
That's when you're all dressed up. You go to weddings with that. You don't
Yo,
just go to the
Manon.
club.
You guys
Yeah.
crack
Oh
me up.
wow! Great stuff. You know what, Freddie? Could we just show the one video, which is like the one that you sent us that kind of recaps everything, so our viewers.
Day in the life.
The one piece about Mafangulo, I mean, that's my favorite one, and it's
tells
in
us
a
not to
foreign
swear.
language, so nobody really knows what we're saying, so we're good.
Right,
True.
nobody
That's
knows.
true.
It means,
It means happy Easter.
yeah.
Yes,
Happy
I mean,
Easter.
it means
Buona
happy
Pasqua.
Easter.
Buona Pasqua.
Here it goes.
From Rome to Sicily, they all speak different. Each region has a language of the land. If you want to fit right in, then just listen. There's always one thing they all understand. Vaffanculo, vaffanculo. That's how you say hello in Italy. Vaffanculo, vaffanculo. They'll greet you open arms and kiss your cheeks. Vaffanculo, vaffanculo. Every day to make the season bright. If you're offended, that's too bad, 'cause I'm not sorry. Vaffanculo, vaffanculo, and good night. Italians cannot hide their true emotions. They beam with joy when you say something nice.
Awesome stuff.
You didn't see me, I was crying.
Awesome.
Let me tell you, when we do that on stage, it's such a
Everybody's just like, oh my God.
It's such a fun song because it's so silly, but we just love it. We had to bring it on stage. People kept on saying, "Oh my God, you gotta have that song! You gotta have that song!" And so we just wrote it into our tour, and it's one of the funnier moments when we're singing that.
Yeah, we did that song. We did that song on stage with Sal Valentinetti. I don't know if you guys know Sal, the voice, Valentinetti.
America's Got Talent.
And
Oh, yeah.
we were coming off the stage afterwards. Everybody was clapping, and he goes, "What was that? That's gotta be on Spotify. You gotta put that on Spotify." I said, "Okay, we'll figure that out."
I mean,
everything we do is us. So we're so behind the times. Like, can you do this, 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 and this? Sir, share. I have no idea, but I'll figure it out.
We don't know. We'll do it.
Well, I can't thank you enough for the both of you responding to my inquiry and coming on, because I just really wanted to share your story, what you're doing, and the joy that you're bringing, but still all tastefully doing it, which is what I appreciate truly, and it brings a lot of people together. I really do.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
We
you guys.
appreciate it.
This has been a pleasure. You guys are awesome to have us. I mean, we're still in a people want to talk to us. I mean, really?
Yeah.
I feel
Our
the
next
same way.
step,
It's okay. I get it.
The next step we'll do a sitcom. That's
So
our big
excited
thing.
coming up here
All
that I was
families.
going to meet these guys.
I know. Everyone was like,
Joe,
they're going to be here in person. I'm like, no, not this time, but they'll be here soon in person.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Joe,
we'll
that's
have
our
to-
next step, Joe. We're trying to pull a sitcom together with all the characters and
Oh,
storyline.
my God, that would
We've
be
already
awesome.
got a
We
script.
already have a script.
We got a
already
script
have-
ready. We got a whole episode Bible. It's crazy right now. We're
Biggest
like
fan.
holding it like this, right now.
Only a few people know. Only
It's a
few
great
people know.
idea, man. Great idea.
No, it's something that we've been working on for a while.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for years and years and years. But finally, it makes sense, and we wrote it with the help of some other people. And we're just ready. We're ready to go on the road. We're ready to do bigger and better things.
Let's
as
make
they
it
say.
happen. Let's make it happen
And
for
Florida.
2022 and 23.
Well, again, thank you so much for being on here. I wish we can go on and just talk
I know.
more about the different skits that you've done. Again, comedic act based on Italian familia upbringing, and it just really says a lot with respect to crossing lines and respectively doing something that we can bring all cultures together, really, at the end of the day.
That's what we really want to make.
100%.
We want to make a
Yes.
point of that. A lot of people go, "Oh, I'm not Italian." You do not have to be
Doesn't
Italian. We make
You'll
it in a
enjoy
point
it.
where everybody will understand where the story
You'll
is
enjoy
going. So you do not have to be Italian. Bring your friends, your neighbors, your whatever. They're all going to enjoy it.
Bring
And,
you Irish. Bring
bring
you
the Irish.
Canadian. Bring everybody.
Statue of Liberty. We take them all.
Yeah,
We'll bring everyone from Hialeah. Yeah.
We have fun.
Well, thanks so much again for tuning
Take
in
care,
and being
guys.
our guest on the show. You guys are amazing. Good luck. God bless you guys. Happy Easter. And stay the track going. I'm going to see you live soon. We'll have you on.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Take
Ciao,
care,
ciao.
guys.
Ciao.
We're awesome.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed our
I did.
conversation, the comedic piece of it, and just kind of bring your energy levels to a different place. But again, these are individuals you can see who are coming to town live. And again, lots of things coming up. Next week is going to be just as interesting. Joe, coming on board, thank you so much for being
Anytime.
here.
I love it. Thank you.
Bubba Gub, thank you so much for being a sponsor on our show. One of the best drinks you can have in here. So with that said, everyone, happy Easter and have a great
Happy
weekend.
Easter. Buona Pasqua.
You have been listening live to the one and only timeless Denise as she helps you bring in your weekend with a smile. If you wish to contact Denise and be on the show, call us at 866-224-5422 or email Denise at poweredupradiotv.show and tell us how your business shapes up the weekend. Again, call us at 866-224-5422 and make your mess our message. Now that you are powered up, go get your weekend on.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hi, this is Martina McBride.